In this video, we've stepped up to what I would consider a gaming computer. It's got a quad-core processor, a better standalone video card that's been overclocked, 4 gigs of RAM, extra cooling. It's not high-end, but it's more than capable for Second Life. We're going to start out in the low graphics mode, just so we can compare it to all the other ones. This is in third gear. Runs nice and smooth, as we would expect. You'll also notice with an upgraded processor and video card, the textures will load much faster the first time. Let's go up a gear. Try fifth gear. And I can't seem to drive too well. It's not the computer. Zooms right along in fifth gear. Here are our results compared to the last setup we had for the computer, which was running a quad core with just an average video card. As you can see, our average frame rate for 1680 by 1050s went from 66 frames to 82 frames, and in our 1280 by 720 we've gone from 75 frames to 81 frames. Not a huge difference, but the one thing you will notice is the difference between the two window sizes. Is our average frame rate with this stayed about the same. They're about 82 frames, whereas with the other video card we actually increased about 10 frames by changing to the other window. Is what this tells us is I have plenty of headroom on this system that I can up the graphics like we did last time, but we can most likely take them quite a bit higher than we did before. Okay, now that we know this computer can handle a little bit more, let's go ahead and crank up the graphics and see how it does. Go to graphics, and we'll go ahead and throw this into Ultra, and then we'll modify it a little bit. Trees, we don't need. Avatars, you don't need. Terrain, you don't need. Sky, you don't need. Water reflections, we don't need. Turn avatar imposters on. Let's go to hardware. Turn on our anisotropic filtering. Set our anti-aliasing at 2. Okay, and we'll test it out. Alright, let's start out in third gear and take a lap. You can see the car has no problems at all. Try fourth. She just glides right around. And just for the heck of it, we'll compare these scores to the 9400 GT scores when we had it set to mid graphics. As you can see, for 1680, the regular graphics card, we had an average of 35 frames per second. With this one, in Ultra, we're getting an average of 38, so that's better. And 1280 by 720, with the 9400 GT, we had an average of 27, and here we have an average of 39. So you can see it makes quite a bit of difference.